Howdy, hey, welcome back to my channel. My camera keeps asking me to set my time and date over and over again every time I press record. Has anyone had this issue before? Mind you, this is a very old camera, but I refuse to do it. So every time I'm annoyed, but if I just took 2 seconds to do it, then I would fix the annoyance. But instead I prefer to just get annoyed and never fix it, which is when our power goes out and all the clocks go out, and then inevitably there's one that I refuse to do, and so Jeff always does it. Anyways, hi, welcome back to my brain. You might be wondering, where's your family? I'm not wondering that. I'm really indulging in the fact that I'm all by myself in the car for the moment. I'm headed out to the dermatologist to get all my moles checked. This is your annual reminder that it's very important to do that. I guess when you're pregnant, it F's with your body in every single way. And when I went to the dermatologist when I was pregnant, she was like, you must come back 6 months after you have the baby. Come hell or high water, you can bring the baby, whatever you want, but it is very, very important for you to come back so I can check everything out, because things tend to change and new things tend to come up, and it's just important for your overall health. So that is what I'm off to do today. I'm hoping everything looks fine and she doesn't really have to take anything off. But if she does, at this point, I think after the whole heart thing, I'm not as scared to get stuff done anymore, because I'm well, it can't be any worse or hurt anymore than all of that did. So anyways, that's what we're off to do, and we're gonna get some dog food and see where else the day takes us. I am going tomorrow, speaking of my heart and health, I'm going tomorrow to get my heart checked, because I'm due, like I said, we're coming up on 6 months. I'm going to do a whole 6-month Annie thing, just to kind of give you an update on things that we've learned over the 6 months, what we've been using, etc., etc. But also it's been 6 months since I got my diagnosis that I had heart failure. So I'm not supposed to go back for a couple more months, but recently I've been feeling a little bit of heavy chestness. Nothing like it was before, but definitely enough to be you know what? Let me just see if I can get in a little bit earlier, just to make sure everything's fine. Some of this might be exhaustion, some of it might be anxiety, but again, at this point in my life, I'm not gonna F with it. If I'm feeling a little weird, calling the doctor. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, hi, this is fun. Let's go. I'm here early, which is never the case for me. I am a chronically late person. Jeff and I, okay, so amongst our friends, you know, every couple or person in our friend group has a thing, right? There's the messy couple, there's the always has plans couple, and then there's us. We're the chronically late couple, which I'm sure is so annoying, but it just is who we are. And even if we try, we're just always late. Anyways, so I wanted to see if any of you guys do what I did today, which is I ran out of tampons, which is an awful position to be in general. It's the end of my period, so it's okay. And I'm just generally mad for 2 reasons. One, I'm mad that my period came back so quickly after having a baby. I just feel that's unfair. Give me a moment, you know what I'm saying? It's all well and great. I'm glad that my body is working properly and really popped back pretty fast, but could you just give me a moment to enjoy not having my period or being pregnant? Do you know what I mean? Give me a moment. Also, I'm just freaking annoyed at how expensive tampons are, and just any sort of period stuff in general. I feel it's not fair. I feel it should be so much either free, which I feel they do in some countries, right? Or at least significantly less expensive. Tampons are so stupidly expensive, and for a while I was trying really hard to get the non-toxic kind, in terms of not having any you know, getting the all natural one. Sorry, I was distracted by whatever that person had going on. Anyways, I'm just annoyed how expensive tampons are. So every time I am at the store, I don't want to buy them, but I need them. That is the problem, right? So I didn't buy any for this month. I was just using like the leftovers from last month. And then I got to the point where I was like, oh no, I'm definitely out of them. And so I did the manic search today through every single purse, backpack, and makeup bag I own to see if I could find a few more. And sure enough, y'all, I found 2, and I was like so happy. I also do have those like period panties, period underwears that I've like kind of been trying to utilize, but I don't really like using them on their own. Anyways, y'all didn't really need to hear all that, but I feel like some of you get the struggle. A few of my girlfriends have IUDs and they're like, oh, it's the best. We don't get our periods anymore, which sounds really great, but the thought of like getting the IUD put in is horrifying. And I think I'm just like done with OBGYN stuff for a while. So for now, I'm just going to scrounge for tampons and complain about it. Okay, one of the benefits of going through the purses on the search for tampons is finding lipsticks and lip glosses that you forgot about. This is the Benefit Pink Quartz that I love so much, and I'm so happy that I found it. It's more like a chapstick, but it's got a little bit of color in it. Will I stop to get tampons? Probably not. I'm just gonna push it to the limit anyhow. So update, I had a mole on my back that's been there for a very long time, but it's been very dark for a very long time. And she's been keeping an eye on it, but today she was like, can we take that off? And now that I'm in my brave medical phase, I'm like, yes, you can. I panicked deep down inside, but it was very not painful. Most of the pain was in my head. So she took it off my back. It takes 2 weeks for the labs to get back to you and let you know if it's benign, which is crazy. 2 weeks is a very long time to wait, but she's not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. I just am glad that we did it. It's always better to be safe than sorry. Stay on top of that stuff. So again, your reminder. Okay, got some pet food, headed home. Jeff has been on daddy duty. I'm going to go relieve him so he can get to the gym and onward with our days. I feel like we're in the swing of parenthood now. Famous last words. Okay. I'm back at the heart doctor. I just got my echo, and it took a really long time, which makes me very nervous. I can't talk very long because the music's loud, so the video will get flagged, but yeah, that took a little bit too long for my liking, but we'll see. Fingers crossed. Woo! What a wild ride. Okay, so you saw me. I don't know if I could use the clip because there was music, but hopefully it'll be fine. So I did an intro that I was going in to the heart doctor and it was the next day, but obviously you have caught up. I was at the heart doctor, it's the next day. And the lady that was doing my echo was so nice, but she took a really long time. And the last 2 times I went, it went really fast. And they're like, that's the easiest echo I've had to do yet because my heart has been great. So this time it took a really long time and she wasn't like talking to me like at all. And she listened to the sound of my heartbeat like 4 or 5 times, which typically they only like listen to it once and the rest of the time they're just like recording visuals of it. And so it really freaked me out. And so then I had to wait like another half hour before I could see the doctor. Needless to say, as it turns out, my heart is still perfectly perfect. In fact, it's even better than it was last time. A normal range, like functioning heart is 55 to 65. Mine was 67. So he was like, you are an overachiever, which is just insane. Like today I was just feeling so emotional as I was getting the echo done. And I think it's because I finally it's been 6 months. So I finally I'm a little bit more like at homeostasis just in life. Like we're getting the routines down with Annie and like, you know, obviously that'll always change, but I feel like we're finally kind of in a groove and like accepting our new life, which sounds like negative, but you know, like I was on the postpartum roller coaster and I had this heart thing, and I just haven't really had a moment to like breathe. And so now we're finally like in rhythm, and like this just feels like life again. Before it didn't, it just felt like chaos, and now we're in the life. If that makes sense. Sorry, I'm rambling. Anyways, so I finally now have time to like, there's space for me to like really process this heart thing. And as I was just like laying there getting this, like the echo done, I was kind of having flashbacks of the hospital and like the whole experience. And now that I'm 6 months out, I can step back and look at it, and be like, whoa, that was crazy. And that really like sucks. And also I'm really, really, really lucky, like really lucky. And I feel like I have this like new lease on life, and I got a second chance, and I've been living in so much fear and anxiety for so long. And I'm just like done. Like I'm done with that story. I'm done with that version of me. I just want to enjoy and experience and spend as much time with my baby as I can, because the thought of like having that taken away for her is devastating. And so all these thoughts were just like kind of flushing through my head as I was getting this echo done. Life is so fragile and so beautiful, and yes, it's so stressful, and like I know that I'm never going to be able to like eliminate all the stresses, but like I'm really trying to find these silver linings and just be done with so much worrying. So now I'm like, I'm worried about like, when am I going to edit this video to get it out? No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, I hope this was like some sort of inspiration for you guys. I did get blood work done, and I got a lot of blood work done, so I had to sit there for a while. And so I'm gonna wait to see like how that comes through. They did a few things for my heart, and then just a few, like I wanted to get my vitamins checked, and like my hormones and my thyroid, like the whole thing, basically like a checkup. And so, you know, I have to wait for that, and I also still need to wait for the labs to come back for my mole. But this is just a reminder to stay on top of things in a hopefully non-paranoid way, in more of a preventative, empowering way. I do need to go get a mammogram. That should be next on my list. I need to go to the dentist. All these things, like, just to empower yourself and know that you are an advocate for yourself and for your health and for your life. So there you go. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. I feel like I'm doing the once a week situation for a little bit. But if you want to see more, let me know. And yeah, stay tuned. I am putting together my 6-month update for all things Annie. Things that we've been enjoying, milestones she's hit, any advice we have. If you want to see a Q&A for first-time parents 6 months in, let me know that as well. I think that would be kind of fun to do, just to commemorate this period in our life. So, all right, y'all. My mom's upstairs babysitting Annie, so I ought to go. Love you, and yeah, thanks for going on this journey with me. What a journey it has been.